Hi everyone, this is Doris with Rich and Love Fashion, and on this week's episode of Dose of Doris, I wanted to talk about how you can take your power back. Yes, it's time we take our power back. Don't you agree? So really, what does this even look like or even mean, taking your power back? Well, when you are spiritually asleep, meaning that you're not awakened to the signs the universe is giving to you, as we mentioned in episode 61, you will have a tendency to react and blame others for your experience, for what's happening, rather than having the mindset that everything is happening for you, not to you. So with this happening, you tendency will be playing the victim, and there's nothing glamorous with being the victim. But this is like where you need to make the shift. You need to become awakened. You need to become more conscious and take responsibility for what's happening in your life right now. And how we do that is we take our power back. Again, it's being conscious of what's happening, conscious of how you're reacting, conscious of your feelings, and so on. So today I wanted to talk about how we give our power away and how we can own our power. So let's get into how we give it away. So number one, of course, negatively reacting to someone or something. Number two, we blame the outside world for what's happening to us. Three, we argue and criticize others. Four, we believe that things just happen, which they don't, because everything happens for a reason. And number five, we have anger, frustration, jealousy, fear, negative reactions, emotions, where we believe that someone has taken something from us or that we're in need of something. But remember, everything that we need is inside, and it's our job to figure everything out. So here are some ways that we can own our power. Number one, we take responsibility for the things and the experiences we say, do, what's happening. We just own up to it. Number two, we do not play the victim in any situation. And we start looking at everything happening for a reason, happening for a lesson or a blessing. Number three, we are aware that we are co-creating our reality. And as I've always said, we are the director of the movie we call our life. Number four, being in charge of our own reality and not responsible for someone else, which is also known as spiritually infringing on someone else's spiritual path. It's a big no-no. You don't do that. Number five, knowing that the outside world is a reflection of your inner world. Don't need to say nothing more about that one. So there is a direct correlation between the spiritual awakening and inner power. The more we stop giving away our inner power, the more quickly we can evolve on the spiritual path. We can figure out what we are meant to do on this earth, and so on. I just want to provide a quick example before we close this episode. And so we can all relate to something. So we can all relate to that heated conversation we've had, even if it was in person or on the phone or texting. We've all had that heated conversation where we just want to have the last word. And more importantly, we just want our words to matter and what we have to say to mean something in the conversation, despite what might be said. But we have to remember, when we're in that back and forth, battle of words, we're only giving our power away. We're only giving our power away to somebody, frankly, on the other side, that is just a distraction to our spiritual growth or higher calling. And no one, and I repeat, no one should ever put you in that position. And if someone ever does, and you find yourself in this situation, in this engagement, I want you to just say, I understand you're upset. I respect your feelings, and I wish to be removed from this conversation. You exit, you walk away, put the phone down, whatever the situation is, and you take your power back. You do not engage any further into that conversation because you know it's going nowhere. That is how a person takes their power back. It takes a special person to know when to walk away and when to stay away. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Dose of Doors. Additional information can always be found by visiting originalfashion.com. Please support the channel by sharing and subscribing and clicking that bell. And until we meet next time, remember to always stay glamorous.